2011. The Redevelopment Commission contributed money to purchase and to improve a hangar which also had unfinished office space. The hangar space was rented immediately, and an engineering firm has entered into a contract to renovate and rent the office space. I traveled to Washington, D.C. with outside counsel, and we were able to acquire federal funding to extend the runway. That grant of over $1 million covered 90% of the expenses, and again, the Redevelopment Commission paid for the balance with TIF money. The runway now exceeds the 5,000-foot standard for use of corporate jets. The city refinanced the airport's debt and financed a new hangar with recent bond funding. The airport used to cost the city over $160,000 annually. With the new debt restructuring and the increased revenue from rent and fuel sales, the airport will contribute $100,000 to the city's general fund and operating expenses for 2013. We've also taken some bold steps towards revitalization of downtown Greenwood. The most significant is the acquisition of the Presnell building as used for the new city center. This project's exciting because it has the city. It'll benefit the city on several fronts. As many of you know, I am a conservative Republican mayor, so let's talk a little bit about dollars and cents there. The city acquired the building for $1.75 million. This is less than half of what the price was before the financial crush 4 years ago. Constructing a new building of similar quality would cost us over $8 million. The acquisition was funded by a bond funded with existing revenue stream at an interest rate of only 1.85% over 10 years. Again, the benefits of having a controller that can go out and find those bonds. Thank you, Adam. The bond rate's less than historical inflation rates. We plan to fund the renovations with TIF money. Again, no new taxes will need to be levied. The building is sufficiently large enough to eliminate the need for leasing the Emerson Avenue facility. The renovated city center will also be substantially more energy efficient than the Polk building. We expect the operating costs of the city center to be $25,000 less per year than we're currently spending. The new city center will become the cornerstone of downtown redevelopment. A vacant Presnell Tower may have dampened downtown growth for decades. We expect enhanced operating efficiencies and better productivity from having most of our city employees working under one roof and in a facility with modern space planning and information technology. Residents will benefit from a one-stop service. And you remember last year I promised that we would do this, and we're going to see it happen this year. Potential residents and businesses seeking to relocate to the city are going to leave with a much better impression of the city of Greenwood. We'll experience a sense of civic pride when we drive by the new city center. The parking lot on the southwest corner of Main Street and Madison Avenue was also acquired by the city as part of the Presnell acquisition. Now, I know that a parking lot is not as much fun as a splash pad, but its availability is crucial to several downtown businesses that depend on the use of that lot. If the building would have been lost in a sheriff's sale and purchased by another entity, the parking lot may not have remained public. Part of the bond money recently approved by the City Council was dedicated to the improvements around the new city center. A splash park has been approved for the site of the old city pool, and it's just west of the new city center. The splash park will keep the vacant site from becoming an eyesore and create an attractive amenity to complement the redevelopment of the downtown area. Again, I want to thank Krista Taggart, my corporation counsel, for leading the splash park project. I also want to say a very special thank you to Mike Newbold, president of Huntington Bank. Mike, Huntington Bank was our founding contributor, donating $25,000 towards the splash park. Yesterday, we announced a second founding partner in Anderson Hauser. They will also be contributing $25,000 to the project as well. And Brandon Ferguson, are you here? Brandon Ferguson, Vice President of Human Resources for Enderson Hauser, is here representing the company. And thirdly, this just happened this morning. Again, this is so exciting. Franciscan St. Francis Health has also joined the bandwagon and are a founding partner of $25,000. So let's give all three of them a round of applause. You know, public-private partnerships is what I talked about, and you're seeing them come to happen. And it's because of these partnerships we're allowing these projects to become a reality in record time. I love my job. I really do. I've got the greatest job in the world. And I love Greenwood. And I'm constantly meeting with constituents, with legislators and businesses, offering opportunities to the city of Greenwood. I've also been blessed to be invited to attend and even preside over many ceremonies and events. I've even married a few people this year. My days start well before the city office hours, and they often end well into the evening, right? Very late. The Common Council recently helped me by converting the former Director of Operations position to the Deputy Mayor. My Deputy Mayor is Terry McLaughlin. Terry served as the Johnson County Sheriff for 8 years. He also served our county for 25 years as a Deputy Sheriff. And like me, he still maintains his status as a Reserve Deputy. He has a wealth of experience in both management and local government. Terry has assumed the duties of daily management, which has given me more time to focus on developing new opportunities for our city and important policy questions. Terry has graciously agreed to require no additional salary for his enhanced duties. And I really appreciate that. Let's give him a round of applause. That kind of goes along with my theory of more work for less money. And he agreed, so hey. We've also added a municipal consultant, Sherry Contos. Sherry, would you stand? Sherry is the newest person come to the city of Greenwood as a consultant. She's agreed to assist the city with grant writing and project management. We expect that she will help the city realize many grant opportunities which have eluded us in the past and to better manage projects which we are able to fund. Greenwood has 50,000 residents and thousands of non-residents who we provide services every day. Our boundaries include 3 school systems, 2 library districts, 3 fire districts, which are spread over 3 townships. We serve a modest and affluent neighborhoods and businesses which range in size from sole proprietorships to the Simon Shopping Mall empire. Most everything we attempt requires the approval of not less than 5 of the 9 members of the Common Council. And with a group this large and diverse, it's not always possible for everyone to agree on every proposal. Not everything we attempted was implemented, but the issues most critical to the city were adopted, often with a unanimous consent. I appreciate the civil and the thoughtful manner in which most of the critics have expressed their concerns. My administration has been dedicated to honesty, transparency, and open communication. After several public meetings, I was heartened by the comments of remonstrators who complimented us on the open and honest manner in which we presented the contested questions. Not all changed their positions, but nearly all of them found the process as fair and accepted that the decision makers were acting in good faith. Those of you who have made the effort to ask questions know that we appreciate your involvement and we're happy to provide you information. I encourage everyone to become engaged, especially if you support something being considered by the Common Council. I also encourage you to stay engaged, even if what is adopted is not exactly what you supported. Politics is the art of the possible, and little can be accomplished without some compromise. Let me close by thanking you all for your support, for your encouragement, and especially for your prayers over the past year. We've accomplished much, and I look forward to an exciting and a productive 2013. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Mayor Myers. You know, at the chamber, when we had our last election, we knew this is a defining